So we will be featuring the 2025 Honda Navi. So first of all, thank you so much to Honda Philippines for inviting us over here at Market for the press launch of the Honda Navi. So let's go. So let's go over the specs. It has a single-cylinder 109cc 4-stroke, 2-valve, single overhead cam, air-cooled engine. Has an 8.91 Newton meters of torque at 5,000 RPM. Actually, the fuel system is carburetor type. So for starting the engine, you have two options. It's including the electric and the kickstarter. For the wheel sizes, you have 12 inches in the front and then 10-inch at the rear. And you have a 3.5-liter fuel tank. So you have drum brakes for the front and the rear and features a combi braking system. I'll explain it to you how it works later on. And something new to me, it says this is a telescopic fork which is inverted. On paper, they have a claim that the Navi can reach up to 48.4 kilometers per liter.
Okay, ride, I checked. My height is 5'6" with a 30-inch inseam. But wait, it's on the center stand. So this is what it looks like. Tiptoe on both ends. It's kind of high, actually. Alright, so this is the position. My legs are not so cramped. So if you're a taller person, you won't have any problems with this. Because if you're a taller person, you can actually lean back and have more space. Yeah, there's lots of cushioning for the seat. And the handlebars is just... yeah, there's a lot of steering ranges here. So this has a non-adjustable brake for the rear. And then you have a very primitive but very effective handbraking. So just to release that, you just need to pull on the brakes again. So for your display, you have the odometer reading, which is very basic. You have your analog speedometer, you have your high beam light, and then you have your turn indicators. And then the upper left, you have your fuel indicator. So yeah, very basic. And then for the display here, you can see that there's a sort of like carbon fiber texture, but it's actually plastic. So for your handlebar, you have a chrome handlebar with the sort of this, similar to dirt bikes where you can place a pillow or some sort of like that. So on the left hand side, you have your high beam switch, you have your horn, and then you have your choke because this is actually carbureted. So on the right side, you have your starter, and then you have your throttle, which is ride-by cable. Very basic. So this is where the fuel cap is. So something similar to the, which is accessible. You don't need a key to open it. There you go. And then it simply locks like that. So putting it back, you can't push it down, you need to twist the key again. And for your storage, you have a 15-liter storage here. And there's actually a lot here. You can see the length of the box. Oh, wow. You can see the length of the box that fits there. There's actually a lot of space. As wide as the motorcycle itself. So, yeah, and then you have here another part where it has a carbon fiber texture. You have your Honda badge and an embossed Navi naming. So this is your foot peg. It doesn't bend, so I think it acts also as a slider when you drop down. So it's one full rubber foot peg, but there's a reinforced steel inside. So for your passenger foot peg, this is what it looks like. Very simple, and then it's also covered. Okay, so to access the rear or the bottom seat compartment, the key slot is actually just below it, and you can hear a click, and then here it goes. So for the seat, there's a lot of padding, and then there's some sort of perforated design, but actually it's not. So that's for your seat. So let me just remove it. So this is where your battery goes.
A little bit of correction, the battery is actually placed in the right part of this area.
And then this is actually your storage for papers. And then I assume this is for tools and other parts as well. So it's not there. But then again, this is your storage all in all. Not much I can say because you already have the storage in the front. Okay, so putting it back is quite... I think you need to put a pressure point somewhere in the middle and you can hear a click. There it goes. For the rear, let's go here. So you have your plate mount, which is metal. You have your halogen turn signals. And then for your tail light, it is also halogen, as what I can see from here. So there's a nifty grab rail as well for your passenger and as well as part of the styling, which is color matched to the body of your Navi. Okay, so this is the exhaust. This is steel, but I think this is very thin steel. Going here, you have a single-sided swing arm, something the likes of MV Agusta or Panigale Eat Your Heart Out Ducati. So you have the suspension, a single link suspension that is non-adjustable. Going here, there's not much, so it's just more on styling over here. This is a scooter disguised as a sort of a standard motorcycle. And also, since we're here, you can see here that there's a very basic technology for you to lock your steering. And there you go. This is lock. And you can see the mechanism working. It's as simple as it goes. And then here we go, it's unlocked already. There you go. So yeah. And for the headlight, let's have a check. The turn signals are also halogen. The headlight is halogen, and your driving light is also halogen. So that's pretty much it. So you can see here, this is like a combi brake system. So when you pull on the rear brakes, it will simultaneously work with the front brake. So this is to avoid a fishtailing on the rear. And actually, this is a primitive safety feature, which is kind of cool. We also made a custom booth for the Honda Navi. So apologies, it's quite raining. But you can see here, this is the Tourer. It has a tall windscreen, and then pretty much it. It has a arm guard, it has a hand guard with the same texture as the display. As a tall windscreen, it has a crash bar or like a protection bar here in the headlight, and yeah, pretty much it. And then here is the their sporty-ish, which looks familiar on the custom Giorno before. So I guess it's the same guy that modified it. So you have your custom mags, you have it seems like a 2-pot piston caliper, brake caliper, and then yeah, custom brackets, and then actually a upside down fork, carbon fiber covers here and there, custom stickers, and a custom pipe. So this is the all white Navi. It has the same styling, but yeah, something like a snake carbon fiber texture. And then going here, this is like the, what's this? So yeah, pretty much the same. And then you have your full-on adventure-ish style Navi. So same design as well, but with a insane handlebar. It's much more forward in the front. You have your adventure side mirrors, tall windscreen, and the same guard for the headlight. So custom wheels or custom mags. And lastly is the enduro-ish or supermoto styling, where there's a beak for the headlight. Yeah. For the sample, you can get everything for 3,100, but you can buy separately. You can fully customize your motorcycle. And yeah, they have genuine parts for the Navi. Fortunately, for all of the available colors, you have customization. So you can match this depending on your Navi. Except for the knuckle guard, which is just like a light brown. This is plastic, so inside it's just plastic. There's no metal railing protecting it. Okay, so the Honda Navi has 4 colors for you to choose from. It is the green, the red, the white, and the black. And it's priced at 58,000 Philippine pesos. But they have an introductory price of only 55,000 Philippine pesos. So, yeah, that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is Neo. As always, ride safe and see you on the road.